Yo, what's up guys? In this video we're going to take a look at the new Slayer monster, Nightmares. Now these Nightmares were released with the new quest, Children of Mah, and let me start off by saying the quest was really incredible and the visuals on it were just insane, so if you have the requirements to do it and you haven't done it yet, I'd highly recommend doing it. But anyway, yeah, these are the new monsters. They have 35,000 life points, they're level 128, and they're weak to earth spells. However, I did try doing this with the Noxious Scythe and the Noxious Staff, and both of them were pretty much the same. Even though they are weak to earth spells, the Scythe still does enough damage to keep up with it. However, I used the Noxious Staff for the majority of it because I just like tagging them for a distance and then letting them come to me. So if you guys want to do this and you have a Noxious Scythe, then go for it. However, if you don't have a Noxious Scythe, I'd just recommend using earth spells on these guys. In order to get here, get your 6th age circuit and teleport to the world gate, and then click on the world gate and then go to the ritual site. The ritual site is the last option that you can choose, and then once you're there, just run up the pathway and then you'll see a bunch of these nightmares. Now there isn't much strategy towards them, there's only one main special attack that they do, and this is what the special attack looks like. All you have to do when they do this is switch to your deflect ranged, and that deflect range blocks most of the damage. I think you only take around 400 damage if you use that prayer. However, if you don't use that prayer, then you'll be hit similarly to what I was hit on screen. So yeah, you definitely want to switch to that prayer, especially if you want to save on some valuable HP. Now let's talk about some drops. These guys drop a lot of notable items, which is really good. This means that you won't have to be constantly banking stuff with your yak. There's only 3 items that you actually need to look out for on bank with your yak though, and that is the Dragon Battle Axe and the Rune Claws offhand and main hand. However, those drops really aren't that common, as you'll see later on. Also, it's important to note that I didn't pick up any of the Muzpa spines, and that's because they dropped like way too many of them and it would have been a real pain in the ass just banking them constantly. So yeah, I just decided not to pick them up. And also the main thing that these guys drop constantly is Elder Energy, and as you can see from my current inventory on screen, I have quite a lot. Thankfully, these Nightmares do have a unique drop that makes them more exciting, and that unique drop is the new Nightmare Gauntlets. Now these are tier 85 ranged power gloves, and what these do is it allows you to use the snipe ability while moving, and it also increases its accuracy by 25%. Thankfully, we did actually end up getting a couple of these in the 1000 kills. This is a screenshot of my first one, and it was originally valued in the Grand Exchange at 5 million GP. However, when Jagex released new items, obviously the price cannot be really like set in stone. So I headed on over to the Grand Exchange and sold it, and this one sold for exactly 10 mil. So at first I thought, honestly, not that bad. 10 mil is a pretty decent price for a new pair of gloves. I just wanted to sell it straight away and not wait till the very end just in case the price dropped a lot. And I got these gloves around the 500th kill, and then a couple hundred kills later I got another drop. And then once again I headed on down to the Grand Exchange, and this one sold for 11.2 mil. So that's 1.2 mil more than the first one. Honestly, I thought it would have gone down after the amount of time that I spent trying to get this one, but actually it ended up going up instead, which is kind of weird. I actually saw on Reddit some people were selling theirs for like 14, 13 mil, but others were selling for like 9 and 8, so the price was going up and down quite a lot. So I'm guessing I sold mine for like the medium price yesterday. So with all that being said, let's get into the final price check. From 1000 Nightmares, we got 46.5 mil. Now honestly, that's more than I expected. I forgot to mention that this took me around 7 hours to do because I was getting around 140 to 150 kills an hour. So by the end of it, that means I was earning 6.6 mil an hour. And even if I take away the money that I made from the gloves drops, it's still 3.5 mil an hour. So this is still very well a viable option in order to make money. And on top of that, the XP is pretty good as well. I got 1.9 mil magic XP and around 650 HP XP. So that means it's around 350k XP an hour in total. Now let's take a look at some of our big money makers here. We got 23k Elder Energies, and that turned into 4.7 mil. The Rune Two-Handed Swords brought in the most money, and that was valued at around 6.6 mil. The Dragon Battle Axes and the Rune Claws also got us a chunk of money as well. And then obviously the 21 mil that I got from the Gauntlets. However, I didn't actually end up getting the 46 mil because this happened. Items just weren't selling because I'm guessing a lot of people were doing Nightmares, so even at like 15-20% under the Grand Exchange price, it just wasn't selling. So I just let this do overnight, and I think in the end I got around 40 mil from this. The items that you can see on screen now are just crashing hard, but honestly I think when the hype dies down about Nightmares, the prices will start to go up again. So that's the end of the video. I hope this gave you an insight on how good these things are. Honestly, they're just another decent money maker, and they are a Slayer task, so if you do get them on a Slayer task, I highly recommend doing them. I might even add them to my prefer list when I actually get one. It just depends on like how much Slayer XP they give. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching, subscribe if you're new, and peace.